One of the things that I'll talk about a lot today is teamwork and how victories happen. The British are defeated at Saratoga in the fall of 1777. A guy named Benedict Arnold is a hero there. He actually gets in trouble because he's a little too aggressive. He's told he's got to come out of the battle, give up command. He's put in a penalty box. He can't take it. Do you like being in penalty box? Who likes being in penalty box when your team is down? Anybody? So he's sitting in there, and then all of a sudden he busts out of his tent because he knows his soldiers are in the fight. Goes up, leads an attack. His horse is shot out and it damages his leg. But he's the reason why we win at Saratoga, because of his aggressive combat leadership. This is all about leadership. I would argue that you learn more by getting in trouble at least once while you're here, because then you know what it's like when you're applying punishment to somebody else. I can't fail. I don't want to fail because I don't want to let Darren Hidalgo down. He was in the middle of a complex attack in Afghanistan, refused to be medically evacuated, and bled out while he was calling in airstrikes because he knew that was the right thing to do, and he saved his men because of it. It's that team lineage that makes you prouder. It's not just a team that just walked off the street. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins. That means something. You look up, you see all the cups you had before. Because you don't want to let your fans down, you don't want to let your people down. It's the same thing.
Shoots and scores! He beats the puck off like a red heel! Bo Bennett gets his first NHL playoff goal! Anders Sezika's down the right wing of the Penguins. They put it in off Murray! Brooks Warwick wins it for the Penguins! There it is! The HT for Sir Sidney! He beats Carlson and then beats Anderson! Walking to the net, shoots and scores! The Bruins take the lead! 28 seconds in a fight! Malkin and Bergeron at center ice, and Malkin's on top of Bergeron. Patrice Bergeron wins it for the Bruins in the second overtime. Here's McQuaid, slap shot scores, and that will just about wrap it up.
When we get out to the golf tournament in Summer Sticks, you know, it's close to camp and, you know, everyone's excited.
It's fun to come in here and see everyone and get acclimated again.
There's different possibilities that we will explore during training camp. We'll see different people in different spots.
We have a lot of familiar faces coming back, which is good. A couple new ones in the mix, which is always good. It keeps things fresh.
It's been great to go down there and skate with some of your new teammates and get a feel for what you're going to be doing.
I'm very excited to see how this whole thing shakes out.
Extremely excited. It's the start of the building process for our group.
Real deal, you're just gonna sprint into your gear for the... You're not in your gear yet. Simone? Bon matin. Good morning. Bon matin. Is this everybody? Afghani? Still waiting on Afghani. We had a visual on this guy yet? He was. We have a spotted visual. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. Evgeny, good to see you. Yep. Yes, it is good to see me.
The wait was over. The last time the Pittsburgh Penguins were seen was in an Eastern Conference Finals they'd like to forget. It was a blow to a franchise whose vision never shifts. The sights are always set on the summit, and it's a long climb to the top. But as the Penguins found out, the fall can be painfully short.
That's a tough one to bear. Obviously, you're so close to your main goal, like working hard all season, and just collapse in 4 games.
It was pretty hard for me when that buzzer sounded on Game 4 there in Boston. I got a little emotional then.
You have to learn from it. You don't get it all back at once with training camp or one game, but there's a process there and you have to be involved in it.
That process is what makes a team, and the Penguins are hoping this year's version can reach the pinnacle.
Every year is a little bit different. You always have a few different changes personnel, and as the season goes along, things change, and I think it's a process for the team. We're a team that's built to win, and you know, our goal is to win the Stanley Cup, and you know, that's what we're going to try to do.
Gotta hear ya. It's 2,000 people in the building. I can only hear 2 guys talking right now. That guy, I don't know him that well, but if you're playing in Pittsburgh, the guy that you're gonna be talking to, he better hear you or he ain't gonna make the pass. Quick, 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 quick. Go. Heart rate after you're done, after a minute and after 2 minutes, then we'll get to the line. Got about 10 more seconds and then we'll go. Keep going here, keep going. That's it, Tanner.
What's your heart at now?
51. We're done, good job. 10 o'clock scrimmage.
We definitely have great depth on D. We have drafted some good young players and given Ray Sherrill lots of options on what to do.
Having 8 or 9 D right now that can be playing in NHL games, to have a chance to have that much depth is always good for a team that plays the way we play.
The Penguins' defensive philosophy is to play as one, and a couple of first-round draft picks were learning their way.
With the addition of some younger players as they get into our organization from their draft years and turning pro in their first training camps, quality, very highly talented defensemen.
It's obviously a different level from juniors to the NHL, but as the days were going, they adjusted to the speed, to the style of hockey we want to play here, and I think they have a really bright future in front of them.
Oh my goodness. Mata and Pouliot, they scale out alike. Get to the middle. It was nice. Oh my goodness. Pouliot.
I think Derek Pouliot sees the game so well, and you could see that with him right from the scrimmages where he made some real good plays, but also with some patience with the puck.
Guess we got to play Pouliot with Scuds tomorrow. Quick, 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 quick. Come on, come on. Put it to the cage. Yeah. That's ice hockey. Scuds, you're playing tomorrow. You seen it?
Yeah.
You'll be playing the right side with Pouliot.
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
I don't know if you saw his scrimmage today, but he earned that today.
He did pretty good?
He earned the right to play with you. Yeah, he was good today.
So his chances aren't very good then?
No.
Like the first NHL preseason game, I played on left wing.
Yeah.
And they, poor guy playing center is like talking, I was like, listen man, I don't think your chances are very good.
Talk about defensemen and defenders and matchup pairs, and defending as one on the ice together is a really important aspect for our team.
We're really confident with the guys that we have in net, either Flower or Vokey. It doesn't make difference for us. We play the same way, and we're confident that those guys will accomplish the job.
Halfway through training camp, Tomas Vokun's job suddenly became insignificant.
As we reported, he had a procedure to fix a blood clot. The way it is that he'll be out 3 to 6 months.
Right now, you know, I'm not thinking about my career or playing hockey for that point. I mean, I'm more worried about long-term health.
Unfortunately, it's a bad injury for Vokey.
He's a big voice in the locker room, a veteran guy.
Tomas has been a big part of the team last year, and he had a great playoffs.
Finds it, comes down and shoots it. Oh, Vokun had to make a key save there.
It's a huge loss for us.
I think it presents a different storyline for the team. Does adjust a little bit the goalie breakdown in terms of games.
You want to reevaluate after this practice?
About goalies?
Yeah.
I think Flower got here ready this year, working with a new goalie coach.
I had some ideas technically, and I talked to Mark about it and suggest things. We go out and work on it, and if he feels comfortable with it, then he implements it into his game.
Game 1 of the NHL season was fast approaching, and with Tomas Vokun sidelined, all eyes were on Marc-Andre Fleury.
I don't think it puts any more pressure on our goaltending situation or Marc-Andre Fleury.
Flower puts a lot of pressure on himself. He's trying to get better every day.
He was going in for game 1 of the regular season, regardless of who was backing up.
The Penguins had 29 forwards under contract at the start of camp. Number 12, Chuck Kobasu, was not one of them.
Going into training camp, I don't think there was a permanent ink on what the third line and fourth line was going to look like. I think they're still moving.
An NHL roster is a numbers game. The odds were certainly stacked against the 11-year veteran trying to earn a contract.
We have guys coming back from the previous year, and obviously we had a good season last year, and you don't want to cut those guys from your roster, but at the same time you want the best roster possible. You see those guys without a contract that tries to get one.
Definitely, if you're in that kind of situation, you have to bring your best every night.
You have guys coming up and trying to grab either more ice time or a spot on the ice.
A spot on the ice was up for grabs. Newly acquired Matt D'Agostini would start the season on injured reserve. Dan Bilesma would need to find someone to fill his role. Although, as the Penguins quickly found out, battling for a roster spot is hardly that.
Let's go. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds.
Platoon, attention. Oh! Each team is going to carry an iron rod. Now, I wanted to get you guys a machine gun. All right? The Army was a little reluctant to give a squad hockey players a machine gun. I don't understand that.
The most important thing the Penguins would carry was a rock.
Are you ready? Go get your rock!
An ever-growing pile sits atop a mountain honoring soldiers past and present. The Penguins would add to it as a reminder of what it took to get there.
What do you think? Too big? Black bear fight?
Oh, that's heavy. Black bear fight, here we go.
It was a good challenge. It was actually fun to do and get us moving quite a bit, carried a big rock up the hill.
Teamwork.
It was a team effort. You know, one would carry the flag, the other one would carry the iron pole / gun. The other guys were rotating, carrying the big rock.
5, rock bear by 5-8 pounds.
If you work all together, you'll get to the top of the mountain as a team.
As a group, our eyes were open in a lot of ways in terms of what our team is and being a part of the team. And Pittsburgh Penguin Ice Hockey, it is a process, and what it means to be a Penguin and the pride in that, and how that means for our group to play and act.
Nice job.
The Penguins flew back to Pittsburgh with some perspective and their final roster. One of the young defensemen made the cut.
Ole Mata, steady, stay at home, good defender, good skating ability. His game suited better for what we need on that back end. Ole fits in with his defensive play, with his skating ability, how he can defend, the strength of which he plays better in a 5th or 6th spot on our team.
I had the chance to play with Ole at the beginning of the camp. We were paired together. He impressed me with his poise, the way that he understands the game for 19 years old.
There was one more surprise on the opening night roster.
Jeffrey, wrister again from the point, stop, rebound, score! Chuck Kobasu!
31-year-old Chuck Kobasu turned a tryout into a job.
Chuck was able to show what he could bring, kept showing that, kept getting opportunities, and earned a contract.
What the Penguins hope to earn, first and foremost, is a spot in the postseason. Something they've done 7 years in a row and 16 times since 1992. The last time the Pittsburgh Pirates made an appearance in the playoffs. The Pirates broke the postseason drought, so the Penguins broke out the bats.
Cooney, Saskatchewan boy.
Take away their will. How are we going to do that? It's not going to happen in the first 5 minutes of the game. One pass, one tic-tac-toe is not going to do it. You got to invest with every play that we make. Invest with how we execute. Invest with how we manage the puck. All right? Expect perfect. What's the saying? Expect perfect. That everything changes when the first shot's fired. Expect perfection. Be ready for the drop of the puck.
The puck was set to drop on the 2013-2014 season. The lines had been penciled in. The book was ready to be written. And whether it was turning the page or starting a new chapter, every Penguin wanted to be heard.
Kind of the same level of noise I had when I got called out? Yeah. Oh boys, wave after wave here. Here we go. That's a good puck there. That's a good puck there. All right, Chucky.
Sutter with a shot. Rebound. Chuck Chucky! His first goal as a Penguin.
Beauty. Hey, Chucky! Boys, let's battle here. Let's go. All right, Corey. Good job, bud. Sit down. Yep. Got it. You good? Okay. Okay. Go, buddy. Okay.
Oh, into the face of Glass. They're throwing blows, both of them. Right's by Clough and left by Glass. Oh boy, Ryan Clough is a tough customer. That was a good bout, toe to toe.
I got him with a good one.
Tanner, great job. Second period changes here. Short shifts, play in the offensive zone. Right, safety line starting here, same top.
Shot from the right point, blocked away. Penguins have done a great job around the net. Now they've got a 3-on-2 developing here. Malkin. Adams. Scores! Adams put him on a line with Gino, and it's 3-0 Pittsburgh.
That's it. Good job, buddy.
Great block shot.
Tanner wasn't the only one blocking shots. Marc-Andre Fleury stopped every one he faced, en route to his 250th career win.
Now Fleury reaches back.
Good save, Flower.
Actually reached behind his back. He's got the puck in his glove. Things are turning around for the Flower.
First and foremost, we wanted to get the win, and it worked out great that, you know, Mark played spectacular, and I mean, it's kind of, I guess, a storybook start to the season for him.
He's a proud individual. He knows we have his back, and it was good to see him get a big performance, have some unbelievable saves, and a big boost of confidence, obviously, for Flower.
Getting the 250th one, it's a special moment, especially when it's one of the great guy on your team that you want to support all the time.
We learned at West Point that you plan for perfection and things change when the first bullet's fired, and we talked about that a little bit before the game. And that game, well, wasn't a perfect game for us. I think you want to look back and say, we got to make it right for our loss to Boston in the conference finals. But you can't do that. You got to go through the process. You got to go through becoming a good team. A couple things to note: ads, great match. Ole Madi, first NHL game, and Chuck Kovasu, his first game as a fan in the game. It's first. That's the puck.
It's been a crazy 3 weeks for me, but it's been fun to be a part of the boys here, and I'm looking forward to this year.
Flower, your 250th win. The game, unsung heroes, going to have a rock this year, and no better person than the first game goes to Flower.
The It's always fun to see the new thing that will end out to the best player and symbolize the team bonding that we did at West Point and having the chance to carry a rock through your whole team and get out to the top.
Not the same guy will carry the rock at any given night.
Fitting for our team to be having a rock and the symbolism of that and what it stands for our group, toting the rock. And Marc-Andre certainly did that in Game 1.
Well, the good and the bad about the match. I could circle a couple of our forwards, probably 5 of them that didn't win a lot of puck battles there. But D-zone coverage, pretty good. Very good spots positionally, and net front D was really good, I thought. Let's do the ratings. Chuck Kovacic.
Pretty decent detail for a first real game with our system.
4 for Chuck. Tanner Glass.
Yeah, I give it 4. Tanner hit, forcing the fight. Was good in the offensive zone. He was more involved. I just want to say one thing on Tanner too. I thought he said some good things on the bench, in the room, and I liked his involvement. That's something I hadn't really heard from him in the past. So.
He's a guy who did have an impact.
I thought both the third and fourth line, really when they were on the ice, at least there was no odd-man rush. I thought they were in good position. The opposition didn't get chances.
Marc-Andre.
5. Great job, Mike.
It's one game. It's part of the process. We started it with a good team effort, but we're going down a road and it's a long process, but it's a real solid start for our team.
It was a rock-solid start, but the Penguins know it's just one of the many stepping stones they will need to hurdle to get back to the top of the mountain.
Some nights go like that.
You gotta stay patient.
Yeah.
Once you go looking for it,
Especially as a D-man for you. I always look for it. Doesn't hurt being out there with Dino either. Doesn't hurt being out there with Dino either.